Hello zusammen, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna get straight into it, you guys. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I finally just want to chat about it because why not? My channel is all about chatting what's inside of my brain and making it in video format for you guys. So I want to talk about how wasteful America is and how we just overconsume in America or in North America. It is crazy to me, and I never really noticed this until I moved to Germany, and now I've been here for a year and a half, and when I went back home I noticed this a ton. Sometimes I am shocked by what they do and I'm like, that is just too much. You are indulging too much and it is unnecessary. Now, I did watch a video recently by the YouTube channel The Financial Diet, and I thought it was a really excellent video. If you are interested in learning more facts about America culture and how they waste money, then I will link it down below because they have all of the facts for you guys, whereas I just speak from my mind and I speak my truth here. So I will leave a video that will give you a bit more knowledge on, statistics down below. But one of the first things that I have to talk about is food waste in America. It is ridiculous how much people waste on food that they don't even end up eating. So I have two scenarios here that I wanted to talk about. One of them is actually grocery shopping. So if you go to a grocery store in Canada or the US, you will have a cart, so just a standard cart. I've seen them in Germany as well. What I have noticed is that people back home will fill up the cart all the way to the top, even to the point where things are spilling out of the cart and you have to pick stuff up or you have to tuck things underneath the cart. It is ridiculous. And it would make sense if people were buying for a huge family, but in Canada, at least, people don't have very big families. I think the average is like a family of 3 or 4, so it's not like you need to buy a ton of stuff, but people just love to buy stuff more than they can actually eat throughout the week or throughout the time before it actually goes bad. Also, people love a good deal when grocery shopping over there. So if they see something that's on sale, they will buy like 5 of it, just in case, the apocalypse comes and you need, 20 cans of soup, just in case, you never know. So people always just overbuy things. And it's crazy because here when I see people grocery shopping, they'll buy what they need for the week or maybe for the next couple of days, and I never ever see a cart filled all the way up to the brim. So it is really crazy to me. And of course, if you go home and you have a full grocery cart full of things, you need a huge fridge to store all of this in. And the fridges in America are huge. And when I first moved here, you guys might have remembered that I said the fridges here were tiny, and I was like, quite shocked about it because I wasn't used to it. But now when I go back home, I'm like, this thing is a monster. It's way taller than me. And I'm not saying that I'm tall because I'm only 160, but I don't think it's necessary to have a fridge that is that big. So yeah, I can't even reach the top shelf, guys. So I'm really happy with the little fridge that I have here. It's just what I need. Another thing that I've noticed is the concept of all-you-can-eat buffets. I've only been to one here, and it was an all-you-can-eat brunch. But even here, people take very, small portions, and it's not overindulgent and gluttonous in any way. Whereas back home, if you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, you have like 30 options plus. People fill up their plate all the way to the top, and again, they just think they can eat it all, but they really can't, so it just goes to waste. And the concept of going to a buffet now just actually kind of grosses me out. Like, nobody should really be eating such huge portions, and you know that the quality of food is not going to be good because the prices are quite cheap. So I don't know, I don't think I can step into that territory again. Another way that my mind has shifted since moving here is the way I consume things. So when I went back home, I noticed how, every single place that I went to, I was constantly bombarded by advertisements for the latest phone, the latest TV, the latest car. And it's just not like that here. And I really appreciate that about Germany, because I don't constantly feel the need of having to buy things in order to have some sort of status or feel better about myself. I am very, very content with the things that I have, and I will use them until they no longer work. Whereas in North America, it is so common that as soon as the newest iPhone comes out or the newest model of a certain car comes out, people will want to swap that right away, get rid of it, even if they have a certain thing that works perfectly fine. So it's almost not our fault in North America that we constantly feel like we need to buy things, because the media is constantly bombarding us with new things that we need to buy, and we see everybody around us buying these things. So it actually just makes me kind of sad, because people could definitely spend that money elsewhere, maybe on travel or on a good investment, rather than these things that really don't add a lot of value to somebody's life. And I've noticed that in Germany, people don't really think that way. You won't really see too many advertisements for new things. Sure, you might see an advertisement here or there if you're on the U-Bahn, but nothing crazy like America. And also, people tend to hold on to things for a lot longer. So I see people with a lot of older phones and they're perfectly fine. They don't feel like they need new phones. I also noticed that there are a lot of repair shops as I'm walking around. So you'll see repair shops for fridges and dishwashers, also for phones, whereas I don't really see those back home at all, because it's an outdated concept, because people are just constantly consuming more and getting rid of things before they even need to be repaired. So yeah, that was the second thing that I have noticed. And then the final thing that I've noticed is, of course, when it comes to fashion and fast fashion. That is really crazy to me, and it really hits home to me, because I used to consume fast fashion like crazy. I would constantly be at the mall looking for the latest trends and just spending money on really cheap quality clothes, things that would maybe get ruined after 3 washes, just for the sake of having the latest accessory or the latest trend. And here it's the complete opposite. I'm really happy with the wardrobe that I have. I have really good staple pieces, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't buy things, because of course, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm still very much into fashion and dressing somewhat on trend, but I am more mindful of the purchases that I make, and I invest in good quality pieces rather than fast fashion pieces. So yeah, I really enjoy that about living here. If you walk around Berlin, you'll see that people look like they're still in the 90s, because the thrift industry, the secondhand industry for clothing is quite huge here. So it's actually cool, because it gives a city a more of a unique style, because everybody is wearing all of these funky pieces, whereas in America, everybody just looks the same. And it also leaves you with that sort of empty feeling, because you constantly have to go to the mall and feel like you need the latest things. And again, you're just wasting resources with all of this clothes that's being made. And definitely, it's just such a huge waste of money, because you're constantly having to buy and buy and buy to feel somewhat satisfied. So yeah, guys, those are the 3 things that I wanted to talk about. And I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm better than everybody in North America or anything like that. But when you do move to a new country, it's very natural for your mind to shift and for you to observe different things and also adapt different things in the new culture that you're in. So that's sort of where I'm at right now. If you want to let me know what are some of the positive changes that you've made if you have moved to a new country, or if you went to a new country and you noticed how things are done there, what are some of the things that you've adapted? I would love to know. Let me know down below. And of course, if you guys haven't subscribed already, please don't forget to. I do make videos every single week, and it would be awesome to see you guys here next week. But that will be all for me. I'll talk to you all very soon. Cheers!